Hey guys, thanks for joining me. I'm sorry that we got this posted a little bit later. This is for anyone who missed our informational meeting. First and foremost, congratulations about being a part of line cheerleading. And if you weren't at the informational meeting and you don't have your folder, your athlete will pick it up on Tuesday during the fitting. But I'm gonna go ahead and go through that with you to kind of make it easier so when you get this, it's not too overwhelming. All right. My name is Coach Paradiso. I'm the head cheerleading coach here at Lake Nona High School. The assistant coach is going to be Coach Jen Bao. She's going to be the head of JV. All right, starting with communication, the best form of communication is going to be email. On your folder, you would now have the privilege of having our email and our cell phone numbers. We ask that you only use our cell phone numbers in case of emergency or if an athlete's going to miss, but we always tell our athletes to text us in group chat so that way it's never one-on-one. Today, our athletes were given a cheer family, which is going to be a veteran or someone within a leadership role that is going to be able to answer simple questions as far as like what time should this be over, or what bow should we wear to practice. That's what their cheer families are for. They're also put into a group chat for their entire squad so coaches can hand out information to them on a daily basis. For our social media and up-to-date information, athletes, we go and give you everything through Instagram. It seems to be a little more relevant for athletes, but parents, we will put all of our information on our Facebook page. These are important dates. I know it's incredibly small. I will print this out tomorrow so you can put it on your refrigerator, but all of these dates are also within your practice calendar. These are everything that's leading all the way up until we go back to our boot camp in August, starting of school. Our cheer folders. So these are going to be cheer folders. These are part of the athlete's uniform. This is everything they need to know. Any type of flyer, anything they're given is going to be in their cheer folder. Again, if you have this, you attended the parent meeting. If you didn't, you will pick this up on Tuesday. So starting in the left pocket when you open it up, we have the first packet, which is all neon paperwork. We are going to UCA camp in June, from June 17th to the 20th. In order to go to that and participate, I need all of this filled out and brought back. In order to have summer practice, starting with our youth clinic, this needs to be filled out and returned, as well as the vehicle release. So if you were to take your athlete home from a game, we will always ride together on a bus. But if you were driving out to Bishop Moore to watch them cheer, then with this release, you can take them home. So this entire packet, please keep it together. If you don't have it ready for Tuesday for the fitting, then you can pick it up at the fitting. Hopefully your parents might be somewhere on campus. They can fill it out and bring it at the end of the fitting. The next sheet is going to be our neon orange paper. That is going to be the order form. I know cheer is expensive, so we're just gonna go skip this for right now. We'll come back to it with our fundraising options. These are gonna be all the optional items. None of this is required. However, the first page that has your cheerleader's name and cell phone number with more information at the bottom, this is going to be everything that they're gonna need if they're a rookie, if they're a veteran. I'm keeping the team hat, custom warm-up, and the personalized jersey all the same. So once you make it back into the program, this helps offset your costs because you no longer have to reorder it. Behind that, you'll have the packing list for camp. We normally go into camp in July, so we would have about 6 practices prior to having to get ready for camp. However, I'm giving all this information to you now since we're leaving in June. So this is their packing list. Once their gear comes in, this is everything that you're paying for. Going back to the orange form, everything you pay for is what you get to keep in our program. We do not keep anything that you pay for. The uniform and the palms are property of Lake Nona High School inline cheerleading. So everything you pay for, your athlete is keeping. So one thing I want to say is that I ask that everything be fitting into one suitcase. Where we stay in our dorms and the facility where you'll pick your athlete up on day 3 is about 3 miles away. So everything they pack, they are required to carry with them. So I recommend a large rollaway, whether it's a suitcase or a Rubbermaid, so they can just throw everything in there. But this is gonna be the packing list because, as I stated, where we perform and where we sleep is going to be about 3 miles away. I ask that you get a scooter. You'll start getting those social media posts, and then you can decorate it into our school colors. But scooting to and from makes it a lot quicker and easier on the girls. Every year we have a rally theme, which is going to be the pep rally that they practice for. This year, Lake Nona is going into circus snacks. That is our theme. So you can start brainstorming and figuring out how you're gonna DIY a circus snack or what you and your friends wanna become. We'll touch base on that a little bit more after the youth clinic. I've also given you an itinerary of what the summer camp is actually like. This is gonna be the curriculum that your athlete follows at summer camp. If you look at the times, they start at 8:30. However, we'll probably be leaving the dorms around 7:30 unless they have a 5 a.m. workout for penalties. And then they're not done till about 8 or 8:30 at night. They will not have their phones on them. Whenever they're on our time, we collect their phones because we want them to truly experience what it's like to be a part of family and not be so engrossed into social media, which is why we give you our cell phone numbers. And then we also post all pictures. We'll post about 100 stunting pictures, or in every class they're in, we constantly go live so you can still check up on your athlete. However, they can't communicate unless you go through us. These are just some team bonding gifts and some homework that they'll get. At tomorrow's fitting, they'll go ahead and get their pom-poms, so they have some homework to add hair elastics or something to identify which poms are there so nobody messes those up. And then it's the outfits. This is the practice gear you'll be ordering, as well as what they need to wear for each day of camp. After today, I'll go ahead and start working on the summer camp rooming list, so that'll be coming out to you. And then if they could just fill out some favorite things and then keep this into their folder. Our practice schedules are going to be every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, with JV games being on Tuesday and varsity being on Friday. We will talk with leadership team at camp to decide if we're going to do potluck or team meals prior to their games. We encourage all of our athletes to participate in as much as possible here at Lake Nona and other cheer outside of Lake Nona. However, since you're trying out for us in May, we ask that we are always your first priority. This is going to be a set practice schedule for the year, so please make sure your doctor's appointments and any other appointment you may need is going to be on an off day. If your athlete misses a practice or prior to a game or competition, they may have to be sitting out for that event. All right, going into, oh, we just covered that. Okay, I'm sorry, I already covered this. All right, going into the middle. Your athlete tried out with our fight song. It is mandatory that they cheer for this and they say the words to our fight song after every touchdown at a football game. So this is in there for them to start practicing. Everything that you agreed to when you filled out the Google form to be a part of our program, that 32-page commitment of expectations is in this first sleeve. So for anyone who just kind of skipped that, this is everything that you're being upheld to. And then you have a calendar in here as well. However, when you pick up your folder, you'll also be giving a copy of the PowerPoint, and in this paperclip, you will also be getting the most updated calendar, which has the practice wear of what to wear every day to school. This is going to be the updated calendar that I recommend you go ahead and put on your fridge because it goes all the way through January of next year with tentative competitive dates on there as well. Then we have our cheer list. Our cheer list, they have homework over the summer. That's our pink paper in here. There's over 72 cheers that each athlete is responsible for knowing for football season. And then we'll have stunts and calls that we learned during football practice itself. However, we don't have time to necessarily practice this in order to teach proper stunting skills. So all of our athletes will be invited to a Google Drive. And in your calendar, if you go through it, you will see that the month of July, we are going to camp in June, and then they are off for the rest of the summer. And in July, they need to go ahead and start practicing those cheers and chants so that way they're sideline ready for when they return. All right, going into the back pocket, this is where it's going to help offset that neon orange form, which is going to be what we pay for here in Lion Cheerleading. We have two major fundraisers. The first one that's going to help you the most is going to be our football program ads. You can do either a personal ad, which is going to be this form here that says personal, and then there's samples of those on the back, or you can go ahead and do a business ad, which has samples of businesses on this side, and this one will just say football program advertising. Each ad costs the same. There's also a list of ads and businesses in here who have already sponsored other OCPS schools, so we give that to you so you can reach out to them. If your athlete is able to get $800 in sales with the football program, so if we look at that, that is going to be 4 full-page ads. So if you can get 4 full-page ads, which is going to be $800 in sales, you will automatically be given a $500 credit to your account. So you're welcome to double that and get a $1,000 credit. However your athlete is willing to work, we will give you the credit where credit is due. Then within here, we also have our youth clinic, and I believe I have that in here. This is going to be the flyer for the youth clinic. This year we went digital, so in order for a youngster in our community to register, they go to this Google form. Then all of this information that they would normally fill out is going to be on there. Where it says recruited by, you want to go ahead and fill out your athlete's name. This is an OCPS sanctioned event, So you can give these to your younger sister or brother's teachers. Hopefully they can pass them out for you, and you can start getting credit. And for every registered athlete, little one that you get to our clinic, you'll get a $20 credit as well. So we've already posted these to social media to try and get athletes started. You're welcome to go ahead and share these, screenshot them, send them out. Just make sure your athlete's name is on it so they're getting the $20 credit upon registration. And then again, here's our football program ads. This is what it looks like. If you want, I can email you this so you can send an email blast if you know other companies. That way you can do it digitally. The deadline is July 27th, so you do need to go ahead and start getting those in so you can start getting the credit for it. And then they would send their print-ready email to lakenonacheerads@gmail.com. All right, payments. I know this is kind of late for some of you, but tomorrow we need our first payment to go ahead and lock in our camp and to order gear. Then full payment, because we're going to camp so early, is going to be that first week of school. So that first week of school, please make sure you have full payment ready to go. And if you need a payment plan, that's going to be determined. I just need you to send me an email and I can talk it over. But with Coach Childs leaving and new athletic administration, I'm not sure how well that's going to go over. So please just shoot me an email. I'll do my best to work with you. But we do need a deposit tomorrow for our first fitting. This is going to be in room 533. For current high schoolers, it's going to be right after school. Middle school, please don't rush, just come when you're ready. And then parents, if you come, even if you spend some time in the hallway to work on the packet that needs to be filled out, then you are going to be asked to wait in the hallway, as some of the girls are going to be in sports bras and Spanx trying on outfits. Our uniforms, this is a big one here at Lake Nona. They are not given out, they are earned. So meeting all the expectations within the cheer constitution is going to give a squad their uniform. They're not to be altered by any means, as they are property of Lake Nona High School. They are, the uniforms and palms are checked out together and they're returned together. With that being said, they are a set size. I can't alter the size. So if your athlete gets one that's a little too big, you can have it taken in. However, we cannot cut the fabric. And then I believe the last thing we have, which is going to be in the paperclip copy, is your athlete will be getting this. This is a fundraiser we do for the program in order to order new palms and sides for sideline signs for football season. This is our game day shirt. It's tradition that we wear. This is going to be the Thursday uniform if you're a varsity athlete. And then if you are a JV athlete, you'll be wearing this on Friday, just to let the community and our school know that there is a game that day. So you are already paying for this for your athlete. They will get this at the fitting tomorrow. However, in order to help us get new palms and signs for the next football season, we need you to sell 5. They're only $10, but we go ahead and give this to you now because sizes are limited. So if your family wanted to order them, you can go ahead and start that. But as long as they get them done by football season, we should be selling out and we'll be able to get new palms and signs. All right, that pretty much wraps it up. I do have a couple questions for this year that I've already received from emails. The cheer clinic, so if we can go back to that. This is for younger youth in our community. Our athletes actually work this event, so it's nothing that you need to pay for or register your kid for if they've made it into the program. This is something we try and encourage to get the entire community. It's during the post-planning days, so that way most teachers will drop off their athletes to the event and we take care of them during the school day. School pay, when it comes to payments, this is going to be something that we just worked with our bookkeeper. They have an open school pay account for anyone who is not not a current high school student. All high school students have access to using school pay. You just need to make sure you're using the cheerleading deposit account. Once you get to that, make sure you send me an email of your screenshot for your receipts, so that way I can go ahead and take care of what you owe on my end. We don't have access to school pay, so I do need a copy of the receipt, and once that money is put into our account from the main hold, then I will go ahead and transfer it and give your athlete credit. All right, I think that's it. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to send me an email. That's going to be the best form of communication. Again, jessicaparadiso@ocps.net. Thank you and have a cheerful day.